Hello everyone and welcome to Topaz. Today we're going to begin with a deep breathing exercise, making your way to the center of your mat in a standing position. Feet together, toes and ankles touching, back arms by your side, backs of your hands facing the front of the room. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale your arms straight up, suck in your stomach. And exhale, bring your arms down by your side with making a loud ha sound. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Release, second set. This time making full circles with your arms on your exhales. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale your arms straight up, suck in your stomach. And exhale, releasing your head, neck back, making full circles. Flip your hands, tuck your chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing your arms by your side. Staying at the center of your mat for half moon. Feet together, toes and ankles touching. Inhale your arms up over your head, interlacing all 10 fingers, releasing your index finger. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bump your hips to the left, rounding over to the right. Keeping your hips and chest square to the front of the room. Core engaged, abs engaged, rounding over. Keeping your chest up, your chin up. Shoulders down and back. Keeping your palms squeezed together, really reaching for the side wall, feeling the stretch along the right side of your body. Sinking down one more inch. Focusing on your breath. And slowly return back to center. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bump your hips to the right, rounding over to the left. Fixing your gaze on a point out in front of you. Keeping your arms by your ears. Feet firmly planted into the mat below. Shoulders down and back. Chest up, chin up. Sinking down, reaching for the other side wall. Breathing in your nose, breathing out of your nose. Sinking down one more inch, really going to your max. And slowly returning back to center. Inhale, lengthen up for back bend. Exhale, bump your hips forward, releasing your head, neck back, falling back, reaching back. Keep your mouth closed, eyes open. And engage your core, slowly coming back to center. Inhale, lengthen up for a forward bend. Exhale, bump your hips back. And slowly start to fold forward, all the way down with a flat back, core engaged. And releasing your hands, what you got in there. We're taking a second here to warm yourselves up for class. Shuffling right and left your feet. Taking a squat through both knees. Going where you would like to go during this time. Reaching for the outsides of your feet, stepping on all 10 fingers. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull your chest close to your thighs, your forehead closer to your knees. If you need, you can reach for your ankles or calves, or taking a slight bend in your knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull, feeling the deep stretch in both hamstrings. Then slowly release your arms back over your head, interlacing all 10 fingers, engaging your core, and slowly coming back up to center with a flat back, all the way up. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale your arms down by your side, getting ready for our awkward series by keeping your feet planted in the center of your mat, feet together, toes and ankles touching. Inhale your arms up over your head, palms facing. Roll your shoulders down and back, and sit back into the chair, keeping your inner thighs squeezed together, your stomach sucked in, core engaged. Gentle gaze up through your fingertips. Chest up, chin up, sinking down 1 more inch, shifting the weight into your heels. And slowly coming back up to center. Exhale your arms parallel to the mat in front of you. Separate your feet hip width distance. Roll your shoulders down and back. And exhale, sit back into the chair. Sinking down, thighs parallel. Having a slight arch in your back. Keeping your chest up, chin up, shoulders down and back, reaching forward, core engaged, and slowly come back up to center, coming up high into all 10 toes. Engage your core, roll your shoulders down and back, and slowly begin to lower as if you're sliding your spine down the back wall. The lower you go, coming up higher onto all 10 toes, fixing your gaze on a point out in front of you, sinking down 1 more inch, and slowly returning back to center. Exhale your arms down by your side. Getting ready for eagle. Feet back to the center of your mat, together, toes and ankles touching. Inhale your arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left, wrapping your arms like rope. Roll your shoulders down and back, and sit back into the chair. Once you have your balance, you can lift your right leg up and over, wrapping your toes behind your calf. If you need to, you can reach for opposite elbows if you're not able to interlace your arms like ropes. Keeping your core engaged, sinking down into the chair, really lifting through your elbows, but keeping your shoulders down and back, focusing on your breath. Your elbows and knees in a straight line out in front of you. Sink down 1 more inch, really going to your max. Focusing on your balance, planted foot, press firmly into the mat. And slowly come back up to center. Inhale your arms up over your head, palms touch. And exhale, swing your left arm underneath your right, wrapping your arms like rope. Roll your shoulders down and back, and sit back into the chair. Again, once you have your balance, you can lift your left leg up and over, wrapping your toes behind your calf. And hold here, keeping your elbows lifted, core engaged. Sinking down 1 more inch, going to your max. And slowly come back up to center. Inhale your arms up, palms touch, and exhale your arms down by your side. Take a quick second to wipe your eyes, grab a quick sip of water, getting ready for our bouncing series. Making your way back to the center of your mat for our bouncing series, starting with strong when relieving. Shift your weight into your left leg, bending up at your right knee, toes flex back towards your face. Place your hand on top of your thigh and actively lift your thigh up into your palm. Standing legs straight and strong, lengthening through your spine, keeping your core engaged. Fixing your gaze on a point out in front of you. Continue lifting your leg up. This pose builds stamina in the standing leg, and the active range of motion in the lifted. Lifting your leg up one more inch. And slowly lowering your right foot back down to the mat, shifting your weight into your right foot, bending up at your left knee. Flex your toes back towards your face and placing your hand on top of your thigh, actively lifting your leg up into your palm. Again, standing legs straight and strong, lengthening up, shoulders down and back, strong posture. Digging your big toe into the mat for balance, focusing your gaze on a point out in front of you. Really lengthening through your spine. Lift your leg up one more inch. Getting ready for standing forehead to knee. Shifting your weight into your left leg, bending up at your right knee. Interlace all 10 fingers underneath your foot, getting a good grip. And once you have your balance, slowly begin to kick your right heel out towards the front of the room. The goal of this pose is to eventually wrap your forearms underneath your calf and slowly lower your forehead down to your knee. Keeping your standing leg straight and strong, focusing on your breath. Slowly releasing your right leg back down to the mat, shifting your weight into your right foot, bending up at your left knee. Interlace all 10 fingers underneath your left foot, getting a good grip. Once you have your balance, again, slowly begin to kick your left heel out towards the front of the room. Standing legs straight and strong, core engaged. Finding your balance. Planting your big toe into the mat. Slowly lower your left foot back down to the mat, placing your hands on your back like you're putting them in your back pocket for a back bend. Bump your hips forward and release your head, neck back, falling back, keeping your mouth closed, eyes open. And engage your core, slowly coming back up to center, releasing your arms by your side. Getting ready for standing bow. Shifting your weight into your left leg, reaching back for the inside arch of your right foot. Inhale, lengthen up through your left fingertips, and exhale, slowly start to kick your right foot up and back into your right hand. Standing legs straight and strong, opening up your shoulders to the side of the room. The higher you kick, your body will naturally begin to pivot forward. Really lengthening up through your left fingertips. We hold this pose for 45 seconds, so settling in. If you fall out, jump right back in. About 10 more seconds, really going to your max. Slowly begin to release your right foot back down to the mat, shifting your weight into your right foot, placing your left hand to your side, palm facing out. Reach back for the inside arch of your left foot. Inhale, lengthen up through your right fingertips, and exhale, slowly begin to kick your left foot up and back into your hand. Again, we hold this pose for 45 seconds, so settling in, keeping your standing legs straight and strong, core engaged, lengthening up through your right fingertips. holding here for the last 10 seconds. And slowly begin to release your left foot all the way back down to the mat. Roll your shoulders forward a few times. And roll them back a few times, really loosening them up. Getting ready for a balancing stick, making your way to the back of your mats for a 10-second yoga cardio. Inhale your arms up over your head and releasing all 10 fingers, releasing your index finger. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. With your left foot, step halfway across your mat and pivot at your waist, extending your right heel towards the back room. Keeping your arms by your ears, your hips and chest square to the mat below you, really lengthening out. And slowly begin to step to the back of your mat. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale with your right foot, step halfway across your mat and pivot at your waist, extending your left heel towards the back wall. Focusing on your breath, standing legs straight and strong, your body creating a capital T shape. And slowly begin to step to the back of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, releasing your arms by your side. Coming to the top of your mat for triangle, take a quarter turn to the right side of the room. Inhale your arms up over your head, palms touch. Exhale, step 4 feet across your mat, bringing your arms down parallel. Turn your right toes towards the back wall, left toe slightly in, and sink deep into your lunge. Flip your palms, place your right wrist to your right knee, and lengthen up through your left fingertips. Your back leg straight and strong, sinking deep into your lunge, front thigh parallel, keeping your core engaged, focusing on your breath, with a gentle gaze up towards your left fingertips. With your right wrist slightly opening up your hips, pushing your knee towards the back wall, sucking in your stomach, and slowly return back to center, arms parallel. Turn your right toes to the right wall, left toes towards the front of the room, and exhale, sink deep into your lunge. Flip your palms, place your left wrist to left knee, and lengthen up through your right fingertips. Sinking deep into your lunge, front thigh parallel, focusing on your breath, not collapsing on your left hip, but really lengthening through your spine, keeping your core engaged to hold yourself up. Back leg straight and strong, sinking down 1 more inch further into your lunge. And slowly coming back to center, turn both your toes slightly in, pigeon-toed for wide-legged forward fold. Bump your hips back and slowly begin to fold all the way down. Arms parallel, core engaged, and releasing your arms what you got in there. You can reach for opposite elbows and sway right and left, continuing to stretch your hamstrings and your calves. Release your hands to the mat. Slowly begin to walk your hands to your right leg, feeling the deep stretch in your right leg. Back to center. Slowly begin to walk your hands to your left foot, feeling the stretch into the left side of your body. Back to center, reaching for the outsides of your feet, stepping on all 10 fingers. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull your chest closer to your thighs, the crown of your head closer to the mat below. The goal of this pose is to keep your legs straight, so if you need to reach for your ankles, your calves, the back of your knees or your thighs, that's fine. Making sure to keep your legs straight throughout this stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. And slowly begin to release your arms out parallel. Keeping your core engaged, slowly start to come back up to center with strong core, all the way up, flat back. Step your right to meet the left. Inhale your arms up, palms touch. And exhale, releasing your arms by your side. Making your way back to the center of your mat, facing the front of the room for tree, our last standing pose before we go to the floor. Shift your weight into your left leg, left foot, bending up your right knee. Placing your foot at your hip crease. Once you have your balance, slowly bring your hands to heart center, continually pressing your hips forward. If you'd like, you can place your foot on your upper inner thigh, your calf, or your ankle, making sure to avoid your knee joint. Really lengthening through your spine. Your standing legs straight and strong, pressing your hips forward, core engaged. Slowly release your right leg back down to the mat. Shift your weight into your right foot, bending up your left knee. Placing your foot at your hip, pressing your hips forward. Once you have your balance, bring your hands to heart center. Again, if you like, you can place your foot at your upper inner thigh, your calf, or your ankle, but being sure to avoid your knee. Focusing on your breath, fixing your gaze on a point out in front of you, pressing your hips forward, slightly tucking in your tailbone. And slowly release your left leg, placing your foot back down to the mat. And release your arms down by your side. Coming to a lying position on your mat, extending your legs out towards the front of the room, lying back in Shavasana. Getting ready for our leg lifts. Engaging your right leg, flexing your toes back, and lifting your right heel 2 inches off the mat. Inhale, lift your leg up towards the ceiling, keeping it straight as you can without bending your knee all the way up. And exhale, slowly begin to lower your right leg back down to the mat and hover your foot 2 inches. Inhale, lift your leg, quad engaged, core engaged. Exhale, slowly begin to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, slowly lift all the way up, keeping your knee straight, your legs straight. And exhale, slowly begin to lower your right leg all the way down, hovering 2 inches for the last 3, 2, 1, releasing your leg to the mat. Engage your left leg, flexing your toes back towards your face and lifting it 2 inches off the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling without bending your knee, all the way up. And exhale, slowly begin to lower your left leg to the mat, hovering 2 inches. Inhale, lift, pressing your lower spine into the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, focusing on your breath, keeping your core engaged. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, slowly lift all the way up, legs straight. And exhale, slowly begin to lower your foot back down, hovering 2 inches off the mat, holding here for the last 3, 2, 1. And slowly release your leg to the mat. Getting ready for our double leg lifts, pressing your palms firmly into the mat, engaging both legs. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, lifting your shoulders high up off the mat. And engage both legs and inhale, lift your legs up, straight up towards the ceiling, not using momentum, keeping your legs straight all the way up. And exhale, slowly begin to lower your legs back down. Hover your feet 2 inches off the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, slowly lift. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, slowly lower your feet back down. Hover your feet 2 inches for the last 5, 4, 3, hang in there, 2, 1, and release your legs to the mat, lying back in Shavasana. Take a deep inhale through your nose, expanding through your stomach, and a deep exhale, letting your stomach fall all the way in. Getting ready for bridge. Bending up at both knees. Place your heels as close to your glutes as possible with your feet about hip width distance. Press your palms firmly into the mat. And inhale, lift your hips up high towards the ceiling, as high as you can go. If you'd like to advance the pose, you can come up high to all 10 toes and interlace all 10 fingers underneath your spine. Lifting up, pressing up. Lifting up 1 more inch, going to your max. And slowly begin to lower your glutes back down to the floor. And pulling your knees into your chest, reaching for opposite elbows, relieving the tension in your lower spine. Keeping your head and neck lying on the mat behind you. And slowly begin to extend your legs out, lying back in Shavasana. Getting ready for a floor spine twist, bending up your right knee. Place your foot behind your left and slowly begin to lower your knee all the way down, holding it there with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen up through your right fingertip, and exhale, slowly begin to twist. The goal of this pose is to keep your knee on the mat or floor below you, and slowly begin to work your shoulder down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And slowly begin to release your right leg back out, lying in Shavasana, bending up at your left knee, placing your foot behind your right. Slowly begin to lower your left knee all the way down to the floor, holding it there with your right hand. Inhale, lengthen up through your left fingertips, and exhale, slowly begin to twist. Again, the goal is to keep your knee on the mat below and working your left shoulder down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And slowly release, extending your left leg back out, lying back in Shavasana. Getting ready for our first sit up to forward fold in class. Inhale your arms up over your head, flexing your toes back towards your face. Exhale, sit straight up. Double exhale, reaching for your feet. Taking a slight bend in your knees if you have to. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull your chest closer to your thighs, your forehead closer to your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Slowly round up 1 vertebrae at a time. Go into a lying position on your stomach with your head towards the front of the room, feet towards the back, getting ready for our floor spine series. In our spine series, we're going to begin with Cobra. Placing your hands directly underneath your shoulders. The tops of your feet pressed into the mat, hip width distance. Inhale, lift your chest up high up off the mat using the strength only of your lower spine. Lifting up, pressing up. No weight in your hands, tops of your feet pressed into the mat. Lifting up 1 more inch, holding here for the last 3, 2, 1. Slowly begin to lower your right ear down to the mat and placing your arms by your side. Taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. For full locust, flip your palms down into the mat, squeezing your legs together. And inhale, lift your chest up and legs up as high as they can go, high up off the mat, rolling onto your hip bones. Lifting up, pressing up, going to your max, keeping your inner legs squeezed together. Holding here for the last 3, 2, 1. And slowly begin to lower back down, lowering your left ear to the mat. Take another deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Getting ready for a floor bow. Center your chin to your mat and bending up at your knees, reaching for the outsides of your feet, getting a good grip. Exhale to prepare. And on your inhale, lift up, kicking your feet up and back into your hands, lifting up as high as you can go, rolling onto the soft part of your stomach. Gentle gaze up, lifting up, not straining your neck. Holding here for the last 3, 2, 1. Slowly begin to release. Again, resting your right ear on the mat. Keeping your arms by your side. Take another deep inhale. And another deep exhale. Getting ready for dolphin. Creating a fist underneath your chest by interlacing all 10 fingers with your elbows shoulder width distance. Coming up onto your knees and walking your knees underneath your hips. Curl your toes under and inhale, lift your hips up high up towards the ceiling, pressing your chest close to your thighs and your heels close to the mat. Feeling a deep hamstring stretch as well as opening up your shoulders, feeling the stretch of your shoulders. Really settling into this pose because we hold it for a little bit. Keeping your eyes open, breathing through your nose, focusing on your breath. And slowly begin to lower your knees down to the mat, placing your hands directly where your elbows just were, coming up onto all fours into tabletop. Getting ready for our cat and cow. Beginning with cow. Inhale, lift your chin, drop your stomach. For cat, exhale, tuck your chin and round your spine, engaging your core. Inhale, lift your chin, drop your stomach. Exhale, tuck your chin, rounding your spine. And slowly release back into tabletop. Bring your feet together, sitting back onto your heels for child's pose. Separating your knees mat width distance, and slowly begin to walk your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Keeping your elbows lifted, making this an active stretch. Resting your forehead down onto the mat. Slowly begin to round up one vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. And coming to a seated position, taking a quarter turn to the right side of the room for separate leg stretch. Extending out your right leg, bringing your left foot to your upper inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, square your hips and chest to your right leg, and exhale, fold forward, reaching for your foot. If you need to take a slight bend in your knee, that's okay. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull. Pulling your chest closer to your thigh, your forehead closer to your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. And slowly rounding up one vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. And extending out your left leg, bringing your right foot to your inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, square your hips and chest to your left leg. And exhale, folding forward, reaching for your foot. Again, going where you can go on this side. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, pull your chest to your left thigh, your forehead to your knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. And slowly rounding up one vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. Extending both your rear legs towards the front of the room for an intense west stretch. Inhale your arms up over your head, and exhale, reaching for your big toe. Exhale, fold forward, reaching for your big toe with your middle and index finger. Take a slide bend into your knee if you need to. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull your chest to your thighs, your forehead to your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. And slowly release, rounding up one vertebrae at a time, coming to a lying position on your backs in Shavasana. Getting ready for another sit to forward folded class. Flex your toes back towards your face. Inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale, sit straight up. Double exhale, reaching for your feet. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull. And slowly release, rounding up one vertebrae at a time, coming to a kneeling position at the center of your mat, with your knees about hip width distance, pointing your toes towards the back wall for camel. Place your hands on your back if you're putting them in your back pocket, and bump your hips forward and releasing your head, neck back, keeping your core engaged, mouth closed, eyes open. If you can see halfway down the back wall, you can reach for your heels behind you or for the mat, focusing on your breath, not collapsing your spine, but really rounding up, taking a slight back bend in your back. Slowly return your hands back to your lower back and engage your core, slowly coming back up to center. And sitting back onto your heels, bringing your knees together, your feet together for rabbit. Reach back for the outsides of your heels, getting a good grip, thumbs on the outside. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. And slowly begin to lower the crown of your head down to the mat below. Exhale to prepare, and on your inhale, lift your hips up, lifting up high, pulling your heels towards the top of the mat, feeling a deep shoulder stretch, as well as a stretch in your spine from the base of your neck all the way down to your tailbone. And slowly release, sitting back onto your heels, rounding up one vertebrae at a time, head coming up last, protecting yourself from getting dizzy. And slowly extending out your legs, lying on your backs in Shavasana. For another sit up to forward fold in class, inhale your arms up over your head, flex your toes back towards your face. Exhale, sit straight up, double exhale, reaching for your feet. Taking a slight bend if you need to. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. And slowly rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Head coming up last. And taking a quarter turn to the right side of the room, getting ready for seated spine twist. Bending up at both knees. Slowly begin to lower your right knee down to the mat, lifting your left foot up and over your right knee. Place your left hand at the base of your spine, and inhale, lengthen up through your right fingertips. Exhale, twist, wrapping your right arm behind your left knee. Your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Slowly release, coming back to center. Lowering your left knee to the mat. Lifting your right foot up and over. And placing your right hand at the base of the spine. Inhale, lengthen through your left fingertips. Exhale, slowly begin to twist, wrapping your left elbow behind your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And slowly release, coming back to center, extend your legs out towards the front of the room and lying on your backs in Shavasana. Getting ready for our final sit to forward fold in class. Inhale your arms up over your head, suck in your stomach, flex your toes back towards your face. Exhale, sit straight up. Double exhale, reaching for your feet. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, pull. And slowly begin to round up one vertebrae at a time. Coming to a kneeling position at the center of your mat, sitting back on your heels, or you can sit cross-legged, whatever is most comfortable for you. Getting ready for breath of fire. We begin and end every Topaz class with a deep breathing exercise. For this exercise, take a deep inhale through your nose, and on your exhale, engage your core, making a ch sound. All together at my pace. The first set is slow. Inhale. Begin. Second set, half the time, double the pace. Inhale. Begin. Separating your knees. Extend your fingertips out towards the front of the room and lying on your backs in Shavasana. Or child's pose, excuse me. Keeping your elbows lifted, really stretching out your shoulder. Slowly begin to round up one vertebrae at a time. Extending your legs out towards the front of the room and lying on your backs in the final Shavasana. Heels touch, toes flared out, palms facing the ceiling. Relaxing your entire body down into the mat. Taking one last deep inhale, holding your breath. And a deep exhale through your mouth.